At the middle school, the numbers also reflect some special needs students who may spend part of their day outside of the regular education classroom. At the high school, it's an expanded, because at the high school we also house our transition program, which is students that are between the ages of 18 and 22. And then the outer district numbers there, again, by grade level, but that always may not reflect the age of the child. It is really a placement decision for that. The current numbers, the second question was current numbers of students being served by the team chairs. According to the student services, there are 4 team chairs right now. One services pre-K to 3, 122 students on her caseload. Team chair grades 4 to 7, 89. Team chair 8 to 14, we include the extra years at the high school, 79. And a team chair, which is a .4 position, 2 days a week, to service 20 students that are in out of district. Currently, Dr. Hahi is helping out, assisting that team chair, attending some of the meetings. As you know, Jill Pellegrini-Gallerani's son passed away, so she has been doing her work from home and getting back to her duties. So Dr. Hahi has helped out. The transportation information, how many buses do we have, in the bus fleet? I reported once before to the committee that I had a meeting with the Tellstones on February 26th to review the busing, to see what we needed. Mass General Law, Chapter 7116C on regional transportation. Unlike other school districts, we're required to do transportation as a regional district. We do not have to transport children within a mile and a half, and we don't get reimbursed for those students. However, we do transport kids within a mile and a half, because given where Millville Elementary is, or even Blackstone Elementary, or even the middle school, we do have very few walkers. We transport kids on Federal Street because there's no sidewalks. It's very difficult. So we go over those numbers in terms of that. The bus counts were as of February 3rd, when I met with the Tellstones to kind of review the numbers. The issue is that we have to provide a seat on the bus. I realize if you look at the buses going out every day, they may not have these numbers on them, but we have to provide a seat. So parents that pick up children, you just can't take them off the bus, because at some point they may ride the bus. And that creates some scheduling issues that they have to deal with. So we have 16 buses that currently bus high school and middle. They're on the same bus routes. There are 10 buses at AFM JFK, and there are 4 buses at MES. MES is the one that we looked at, as possible being able to reduce a bus. However, when you take a look at the route around Millville, there's a concentration of students, but there's one section where the bus really has to go out and around to Uxbridge and loop back around. So the real issue, in Millville is the geography and getting around. That presents a problem. The guidelines, in terms of establishing bus routes, is student safety first. We have many more stops on our routes simply because the roads are narrow and dangerous. We try efficiency of a route to make sure that the routes have a reasonable length of run to get in to pick up students, and trying to keep those routes well under an hour. And then the last one is, what's the cost? So we are dealing with a bus situation where student safety trumps everything else, and we do have a lot of additional stops on our routes. The efficiency is given the geography of the 2 towns, and then we look at the cost. Cost savings on a bus. Sometimes we need a bus at the elementary, and we might not need it at the high school. The bus is still owned by the company. They have to capitalize the cost of the bus and insure it. So just because we only use it for one route, let's say an elementary route, if it's in their bus fleet, they're still going to charge us for the bus because they're paying for it. The savings is in a driver, but the savings is not in the order of magnitude of pulling it out. All right? They've been at it for over 60 years, and I trust their guidance in terms of looking the town over and trying to deal with some efficiencies in terms of where we are.
And they've been great in the past years.
Absolutely.
We've had problems in the past, and I don't know the specifics, but there was a year not that long ago when we were really up against it, and we just threw a number out, and they said, okay. They've been great, they really have. And I mean, I'm looking at some of the bus counts, I see some of them in the 20s, like at the complex. And it's tempting to say, why can't they put this bus with this? But I'm sure it's a geography thing. But yeah, I have no reason to challenge them on.
Yeah, and now I just want to call to your attention, those were bus counts. That's not necessarily how many kids are assigned to the bus.
Yeah.
All right? So these are actual numbers. They collect that data for me over a couple of days. So those are counts. That doesn't reflect who's assigned. All right? And that's why we had the discussion. And very discussion about, gee, what could we do? Well, but that bus really has 59 kids assigned to the bus. On any given day, there might only be 34 taking it. All right? Or 34 in the morning and 27 in the afternoon when they did the bus count. So it's a matter of balancing counts versus assignment, and being flexible for parents who, A, want to pick up their child or ask that their child take another bus to go home with a friend or to a babysitter, et cetera. So it's a little bit more complex. The next question was about how many teachers have submitted requests for this current year as well as next year. This is requests for retirement, I'm sorry. We currently have 3 teachers that will retire at the end of this school year. We had 1 teacher has changed her mind and will not retire next year, and we have 1 teacher who is still undecided as to whether or not she's going to retire at this point. As for next year, I'm not really sure about the number. People have filed for the contractual item, the unused sick days. I would estimate at this point there's a potential for 3 at the end of the next school year, but I say that's tentative because people can withdraw, all right? They can withdraw. So at this point, we have 3 confirmed retirees for this year. We have 1 that has reversed her decision, she'll stay, and 1 who has yet to say that they are going to retire at the end of the year, all right? So potentially, we know 3, potentially 1 more, and that's the status. The last question that Ms. Vanaco sent me concerned the middle school and the rotating schedule. I provided a copy that Mr. Cameron sent me relative to the middle school team. Currently at the middle school there are 2 teams of 4 teachers that work with students. Principally, in the language arts, reading, social studies, science, and math. And then there are other support staff that provide art, music, physical education, Spanish, music, chorus, band on the rotating schedule. It's important to remember that the middle school is based on a middle school philosophy that involves teachers working with a common group of students in a team. Currently, as I said, there are 2 teams at each grade level. The major benefit to teams is the ability of create a learning community of students and teachers focused on learning outcomes that include interdisciplinary projects. The leadership team feels that maintaining middle school teams is a very important commitment to learning and teaching that is focused on student achievement in that school. There's no question that that is a little more staff intensive to have a middle school. The option would be to go back to a discipline approach without a team. That is, there would be ELA teachers, there would be math teachers, there would be social studies teachers, there would be science teachers, but there would not be a common team of teachers. So the students might, have different teachers.
So that team teaching will still continue next year?
The current,
no matter what.
current budget,
Okay.
in the current list, there is a reduction of 2 teachers at the
Right.
middle school
Right,
that will have an impact, all right, on the ELA and reading
right.
reconfiguration.
But in
there would
terms
still
of the-
be there would still be teaching teams
Okay.
at this point.
Because I think in the past, that was a discussion that was brought up budgetary to end the teams, and I think that might have been, is that where the question came from, is are the teams going to end?
Hold it
No,
closer.
that wasn't my question. I know that the reduction stated it would affect ELA and reading.
Right. But it may, if you look at the.
I didn't know that social studies teachers were teaching reading.
Yes.
So I guess I'm even more confused now, because how would it affect? I thought there was a reading teacher and that's what we were looking at. So,
Well, don't confuse, at the middle school, there are Title I reading teachers.
but that's not what you were talking about
Oh.
in the,
No, I'm talking what's in the budget. But the area that would be impacted, right now, there's, at 6th and 7th, there's an ELA class and a reading class. What may happen with the reduction of 2 teachers is we'd go back to just a combination ELA and reading. So instead of 2 classes, they would have a combined English language arts and reading. The impact could be on a social studies teacher, because at the middle level, certificates are broader, as opposed to the high school if you're an English teacher, but at the middle level, there's a generic middle school credential, so the person that could be impacted by that reduction could be a social studies teacher, all right? Could be a social studies teacher, but there would be 2 less teachers at the middle school, but we would still be able to maintain teams, but the impact would be a consolidation at particularly grades 6 and 7 of the way we are currently configured to teach ELA and a separate reading
Right.
class. Now, part of that also is a Title I reading component at the middle school. All right? Any other questions on thing? And
Now, is there some way Justin could sort of, I like this approach, could he sort of do like 2 different scenarios when we could put them side by side?
as
Because
soon as you
if-
tell
if
me,
you go to
as soon as
the
you tell
town-
me who you're reducing,
I
I can
understand
do a
that.
scenario.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I can't do a scenario when I don't know what
I know
you're
that.
asking
I know that.
and taking the budget down.
That could be a-
personnel
what
down.
is the option to not having teams in the middle school?
You would go back to what would be referred to as a junior high model, that students would have no team, and they would be assigned, to a math
It
teacher.
would be a rotating schedule like a high school?
Yes, by
And
departments.
the cons to that are?
The students don't build a learning community, the students don't have an opportunity to do interdisciplinary work, and the teachers now become less focused on a team, and they become more focused on their discipline. All right?
And I'm not sure what the savings would be. There wouldn't really be
Would-
any.
It wouldn't be one team of everything?
And have classes of 36?
No, it
That's what we're
wouldn't-
looking at,
It
and,
wouldn't be.
in-
Yeah, right, the class size would be ridiculous.
but we're looking at class sizes of 36 in the lower grades.
I don't
No,
believe,
not.
I don't
No,
believe
not
we've
that
ever,
far.
these reductions don't go that far. Not 36, Aaron. Not 36. Could have a class of 30, yes, but
Are
not
the, are the
36.
teams differentiated based on anything, or they're just cut in half, green and purple and
Yes.
cut in half?
Yeah.
It's not by academics or
It's not
anything.
Not
levels,
nothing.
it's not, no.
Okay.
They're not level. But again, within that structure,
Mm-hmm.
there are special ed teachers that work with children at each grade level, who have needs. So, children are all assigned to a team, but some students may in fact get additional assistance in the area of special education based on their individualized educational plan. All right?
So contrary to my last question, which is not why I even requested this information, so I don't want to confuse
Well, I don't know
anyone.
what your
I-
clarity was.
right,
This is the
right.
question you asked me. You
Yep.
wanted to see a copy of the schedule.
Thank
I
you.
gave you the schedule.
Thank you.
If
So
that's
my
not what you asked
question
for, then
is-
you asked the wrong question.
No. I just asked about teams. That was not the point of me asking for
No, I believe
this
you asked for a
information.
schedule. You wanted to see a copy
I
of the.
absolutely wanted a schedule.
okay.
Because I was unclear on what was offered as elective items in the middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do know that when I first came to the committee, which was only 2 years ago, we added foreign language to the middle school.
You do have.
So I didn't know where it fell, and in my mind, I'm
Well,
saying,
it
why are we
evolved.
gonna cut reading
It
when we're gonna have
evolved.
foreign
It
language?
evolved, because it was a Rosetta Stone model. It really wasn't a foreign language, and they evolved into trying to find some teachers within the
Right.
rotation.
But we do have a full-time Spanish rotation now,
Mhm.
correct? Okay. So that's why my question on the schedule was not to go after any teams. I just want to make that clear to everybody. I have no intention of, I'm just trying to understand the way the schedule was working at the middle school. And what electives are available to the kids. Because, I've also been asked why there's band 5 days a week in the middle school when,
As an elective.
as an elective, when younger kids are only getting their electives every other week, art, technology. So I just wanted to be able to see it all on paper. So I
Well,
thank you for all your
Did you see the last
information.
page where it says rotations?
I do.
Just look where it says Todd Schaefer, 3 classes, average size 55.
Right, but there's also,
Being
Two
covered
other music
by
teachers
one
on there.
teacher. 55 kids in one class, essentially.
band, though.
Can you do that in any other class?
But it's band.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, somebody does it, they have 70.
Of course.
band.
Course.
Band. But we're saying if you took that out of rotation, you'd have to replace them with
55.
2 or 3 teachers. So, I mean, you hate to
We
look
have
at it
three-
this way, but
we have three
band is
music
a cheap
teachers.
special.
They're not full-time. Mr. Schaefer goes to the elementary schools.
Yeah, he's an itinerant, so he's traveling throughout the district.
Okay, so where do we go from here? We got answers. I'm not, do we go back to our reductions page?
I think, maybe, Mr. Chairman, you'd like to share that you had a meeting last night with the Finance Committee in Blackstone. Wendy Greenstein was there as well.
We did, we presented our budget as is. We wanted to give them some clarity on how we were moving forward, how we came up with those numbers. We suggested that maybe the two towns get together and talk about how possible they could meet us halfway in terms of the gap. But clearly that is their prerogative to do or not do. I thought it was a productive meeting. I thought they had some good questions in terms of clarifying certain aspects of the budget and the process. So we'll see.
Now, the meeting between the two towns, would we be involved in that, or is that clearly between the two of them?
I mean, I think we suggested to maybe the finance committee chairs get together or a representative from each finance committee and just talk about what is doable. Again, I think the wild card here is Millville. They go first, and they were the only ones that said at our joint meeting that I didn't really get one hint from anybody that they're even thinking about doing anything different. Now, I don't know if that's changed. We'll clearly have to check in with them as we go forward. And, just showing up at the town meeting really isn't going to do it either, because if we're looking for any type of an override in Millville, the Board of Selectmen are the ones that have to put it on. We have no say in that. So that's where we're at in terms of those towns. The dialogue will continue to happen, I hope, and we'll move forward. In terms of is there any other, how do we want to maneuver in terms of the
I just have one
reductions?
question.
Yeah.
The reduction of team chair, last year, there was, one of the team chairs goes out of district to do that. In the past, who has done that? Because I think that was last year, that was just last year.
I don't know, I wasn't here.
Because I have a concern at where that was and if that's in a contract, like, where is that? Who goes out to the out-of-district placement meetings?
What?
The out-of-district placement meetings, that was my concern, is last year I know that was, we discussed having that as a position, but I'm just wondering where it was in the past.
The only reference point I have is the minutes of last May, where the committee voted to create a position for a person of .4, which means 2
Right.
days a week, to be the out-of-district coordinator.
Right. And if that goes away, is that what you?
Right,
so
where
if that
did it
.4
originally?
goes away,
Right, where did that originally, where was that caseload? Was that divided amongst the
I
team
believe
chairs?
Dr. Haughey took on that role and pieced it together. I think we had a conversation here last May. Kathy was talking about and how many of those were there, and there were certain periods of time throughout the year where it was heavy,
Right.
and Dr. Haughey felt that he could cover those
Right,
on a short-term basis, not forever, to help alleviate that person's need at that point. And then May, we said, well, she's ready to come back,
right.
but at incrementally, and that's when we said it would be part. So the 3 team chairs, as it exists right now, the theory is it would if she were to come back full-time, there's gonna be a ripple effect no matter what.
Well, my concern with that is, you know, with the reduction of the team chairs, who's gonna do those out of district? Like, what is that gonna look like? I mean, I know the caseload is gonna go up, but what is that gonna look
As soon
like in
as you
terms of out of
decide,
district?
as soon as you decide, can I say the word for everybody to hear it, please? When you decide, then we can reshuffle that deck. The out-of-district has to be done.
Right, and my question was, what happened in the past?
Well,
Because it was
when-
done in the past, so I know you can't answer that, but I'm just saying, that's my question, is if it was done in the past, who did it in the
Go
past?
back to that model potentially. And I don't know if each team chair took a share of it or if it's all the sped director. I'm not sure. I don't know the answer to that either.
But I think what Dr. Davis is saying is if once we decide if that's where we want to go, the one full-time team chair, which is what's being recommended by the leadership team.
No, what, going from the three,
Three to-
Right, one,
Three to-
one full-time team chair.
you'd eliminate
Cut
one.
out.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Then if that's what we're saying, yes, that's what we're gonna do, then they would go back and figure all those questions out. Because they would have to.
Yep.
But we're not saying, I realize it says eliminate one team chair, but it doesn't address the .4 at all. In other words, it was 3 to 2. It's really not 3 to 2. It's 3.4 to 2.4.
2.4.
Correct.
2.4 still
Right.
exists.
Right.
Correct,
Right.
yes. Yes.
And is the .4, is there savings to the .4? Like if we left it at 3 and
I think it would be a very difficult job to have two team chairs with the expectation that they would cover the out-of-district.
Right,
The
Right.
out-of-district, the
That's-
out-of-district
but if there were
placements.
3, in other words, not eliminate 1, eliminate the .4, what's the difference? What's
The
the?
delta savings on that is then about $30,000.
That's how we operated before, because we did create that position last spring, the .4.
Right.
And in the budget, you were saying if you cut one, it's 60,000.
Right, so
if we change,
Right,
instead of
then we have
cutting
to
one,
find
we cut
another
the .4.
$30,000 somewhere,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then some.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know how the committee wants to kind of run through these, because every one of these are valuable. Every one of these positions are needed. I'm also going to point out, we're also another 400 grand shy beyond this list.
Right.
Okay, so, you know, it's hard for me to kind of say, oh, this is more important than this, because they're all important.
Yeah, again, I'm frustrated because this list doesn't even represent $1 million, and you got to get to 1.4 million if there's no relief from the towns. So arguing about saving a position, you know, I have to say then where else in the budget? Because it's got to be another position.
Right.
I mean, it's not cut $10,000 or $40,000 out of the oil account. You can't do that. There's, you know, so I'm at a frustration level because I don't know how to plan, because you haven't decided. And when you want to decide to keep something, I need to then say, but we're not even at $1.4 million yet. So help me, you know, provide leadership to the leadership team about how do we answer your questions when we're not 100% sure, you know, what we're talking about. Right? And I know it's frustrating, and I'm very frustrated with the position that we're in at this point. But
I mean, I think if.
you got to give me some direction.
Right, I mean, I think if we had a scenario where, if we had two scenarios in front of us, okay? One is 1.4, one is half of that. Would that provide more clarity for people? Because I think that's what we have to go back and tell the towns. If we're looking for half, and they're saying that they could do that, then that gives us some clarity, okay? For me, short math, 700,000, that means we can save a couple $100,000 on this. And that's when we have the discussion about, well, I think a team chair is versus,
Right, right, right,
kindergarten
right, right.
aides. Or
But-
that's more meaningful, I think. But I think we have to have the scenario of, if Millville has nothing, then we are cutting 1.4, and these are givens.
Yep.
Class sizes
We
are
go beyond
givens.
this.
There's not even a discussion. We could get email after email about class sizes.
there's
We
nothing
agree.
you can do, there's no money.
We agree.
Right.
We agree,
Right.
and we're committed to low class sizes. But if the communities don't give us the money to fund that, then we do what we have to do. So, all right, we can have a discussion.
Right, I agree, I'll let you know, I mean, anyone that I heard from since our last meeting, when these were discussed, I let them know that we fully support the parents, the students, and our budget clearly supported what we need in this district, and what we need now is support from the towns.
But if, let's just be totally candid, Millville's gonna have to do an override.
Right.
Because they don't have any money. So if we say, hey, we need $200,000 in an override from you, it's gonna cost $10 a month for every household, can you do that? But the Board of Selectmen have to put that on. We can't put that on. Am I correct at that?
That's correct.
Correct.
You know.
Yeah, it comes from the selectmen.
So every email I'm going to get that I respond to, it's going to be the same response to every email I get. It's going to say, go talk to your town officials. We're doing the same thing. This is what needs to happen. It isn't a spending issue for us. It's a revenue issue where we don't have enough. We could talk about class sizes if we want, but it's kind of a moot point as far as I'm concerned. Having 30 in one class, one band of classes in Millville, second grade going to third grade, that might be the reality. That kindergarten class being 26 might be a reality. It might be worse. Having 29 in fourth grade next year at AF Mahoney is a reality. Because we know that those are kids there right now, going from 5 sections to 4 sections. That's the reality right now.
Again, I've said this before, these are, to use the term scenarios, the other finer evaluation that I have to go back in, these are round numbers because there's a whole contractual bumping situation, as well as the state law on professional status. There's a benefits package for people taking benefits, and then I have to allocate unemployment, because we are pay-as-you-go. Municipalities and regional districts do not pay into unemployment, but when you lay people off, people will make claims, as they have a right to do, and we do not have enough money in our line item in the budget to sustain that. So I have to juggle, the benefits, with the liabilities of unemployment. So these are planning numbers, not precise numbers, because I can't tell a teacher who it would be that would be bumped, because, that's a whole different kettle of fish relative to scenarios. I've shared with the faculty, teachers that without professional teacher status are at the greatest risk of losing their job. That's simply state law. Beyond that, it really depends on how deep we go and what the impact is relative to certification. It may mean a teacher that's currently at Millville Elementary may end up at the complex next year, because they have more seniority than a teacher that's currently teaching at the complex. So, the final plan is far more difficult, for the leadership team to put together in consultation and reviewing the contract and the actual now personnel moves. And as I said, the 987 is probably closer to $1 million, for that extra 13,000, but it's all in who the players are. We've accounted already for the retirees. The replacement for the retirees were put in the budget at a much lower salary. So that savings has already been accounted for.
Well, but maybe we could add to that by, we're talking about, laying people off unemployment. If there was some type of early retirement option that went out, which I know we've done previously, we wouldn't be paying unemployment. We'd be losing higher salary ranges.
You don't control the Mass Teachers Retirement, Erin.
No, but
By offering them incentive.
the last 2 years, we've offered incentives for early retirement.
And you have an incentive in the contract now, and I don't see people jumping at it. Because their retirement is really based on, the teacher retirement system is a state system, all teachers pay into it. It's based on your years of service and your chronological age. It's a matrix, all right? We don't control that. We can offer an incentive to retire, but no teacher's going to retire if in fact they haven't maximized their level.
Right.
Why would they retire at a 75% pension if they stay and work 2 more years and they can get to 80%?
But if there's someone that's past that, that is teetering on this year, next year, 3 years, and we put an incentive out there, you
Where
know,
does the money from the incentive come? Because I understand, totally understand what you're saying. So if we say, I'm just totally off topic. If we say, hey, if someone retires now, puts their papers in, and we're going to give them a $10,000 bonus, I'm not saying that's what we'll do. Okay, other districts do that
Yep.
because they know they're going to save that by having
You're
a
gonna
top
cut it
tier
in half
teacher
almost.
Yeah.
versus an entry level teacher,
You get
so
it,
they
yeah.
can
It's
save
like a
that.
two for
But I don't know where that money's going to come from in terms of the upfront money.
Yeah, because
we don't have
it'll
it.
come out of next year's. You're trading, say, like a $60,000 salary for a $40,000 salary, so you're saving 20.
Right.
If it costs you 10 to get that done,
You're only
so
saving
where does
10.
that 10 come from?
You're only saving-
Next year's money.
But again,
Can't pay next year's.
unless you all know the staff better than I, and I've only been here since August, I don't see where we have people that are teetering at
either.
that edge.
I don't either.
Because we've revisited this the last couple of years, so anyone that is close has already taken that.
As I said, there's one teacher that potentially could be eligible to retire, but, you know, she hasn't decided to go out because of, you know, buyback of time for substituting or whatever. So beyond that, I don't know of anybody that would, you know, jump at a $10,000, you know, go out. I mean, you don't control it. It's all about the matrix, which is in the control of the Mass Teachers Retirement. And again, rolling that out, you're asking for a decision when May 12th is coming. I mean,
Right.
I mean,
So, moving forward with this plan, takes the 2015 or FY15 and cuts us the million.
Yeah.
Do we need to present a plan to the town if we had to do the 1.4? Is that what you're saying too?
yes.
Yeah.
Do we need to take this?
Much
further?
worse
Yeah,
is what we've said.
We have
Yeah.
to go deeper than that.
Correct.
This devastates us.
correct.
You know, this is like we're bleeding profusely.
Correct.
The 1.4 is we need an ongoing transfusion for a
Correct.
year. You know, we could come up with that, but the message is still the same. You're devastating the district. But maybe we need to come up with that and
Well,
say,
that-
and then give that to, make that public very clearly, and then the citizens of Millville can go to the Board of Selectmen and say, this is what we need. And please put it on for a
Because that
vote.
last week, we said, we have variety show or whatever coming up in Millville, we have a perfect opportunity to get information out to the citizens that, you know, this is what this means. This is what this means in terms of class size. This is what this means in terms of services. And
So-
and if,
I mean, I think we have this right now.
right,
The community has
everything
this
here.
right now.
it's not really in print. I mean,
What do you mean?
we have it. I don't think the community, unless they hear it, they don't have, it's not on paper for them.
right,
So
I believe
th-
we
it's
posted
this
it on the website.
Yeah, it's
It
on the
is.
website.
it is.
with numbers.
These
So if we
numbers.
were to go to the variety show, we would hand that out. We would say, this is what it's
You
going to
could.
look like.
And
We need
maybe
to
there's
add to it.
maybe there's a little cover page that says just the facts. This is only 987,000. If we get nothing from the town of Millville, it will be another 400,000 on top of that. I mean, someone can easily write
And
that.
again, in round numbers, every teacher you lay off is about $50,000. So you're talking to get to 400,000, you're talking about 8 additional teachers. Or you're talking about a substantial number of aides or support staff, secretaries, custodians. We don't have a lot of support staff.
Yeah.
Right.
We've already, you know, I mean, the high school office has a secretary, all right? So, there's, you know, the elementary schools have a secretary. AFM and JFK have one in each office, but, you know, that's where we are.
So in your opinion, if we needed to look at 8 more, where would we be looking?
You'd be going to the model at middle school and saying, we're gonna go back to a junior high model, because we are going to have to control class size, which means we would not have the ability to do a middle school model.
Okay.
And you would probably pick up another 3 or 4 teachers out of that building in terms of that. And
And
then,
then probably a few more at the high school.
and again,
Have to be the high school.
well then, but just remember, what's not on this list, if we reduce sections of elementary grades or reduce
Right.
things at the middle school, we are picking up some sections of PE, where art, music. So, again, I'm looking for guidance. There would be pieces that I would add to this, because at the respective schools, if you have 5 sections and you need 5 sections of PE to address that, you now only need 4. So you can do the math, how many you're gonna reduce, then the support, but the specials, as they're called, would come into play. And it would be particularly in art, music, and physical education, right? So there would be pieces to pick up. Again, the leadership team is not recommending any of this. This is the necessity of not having the money. Come July 1, you don't have the money, you can't employ people with Bitcoin. Doesn't work.
But at a certain point, we may have to look at them and say, give us another $400,000. It's gonna be painful, but show us, we may have to say that to the
Well, again,
the
if
administrators.
the
and say,
committee,
"Give us-
if I
give
can be
us
so
more-
bold,
more
if the
money."
committee were to say, you've got to go, this is on the list,
Right.
and now add to it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Now I would come
Right.
back with
Go
pieces
go
of,
beyond this.
some of those pieces, but it's not 8 teachers. You're not gonna lose, you don't have them to begin with. But you'd start cutting into art, music, and physical education, because you would not need as many sections
Right.
of that. So you would be saving some pieces of people at that level. At the high school level, it would have a much more dramatic impact, in terms of course offerings, all right? Because again, they are departmentalized, but we also have a broader curriculum. We try to provide a diverse curriculum for students in order to, achieve at their highest levels, and therefore some honors and AP classes run that are relatively small, but you make a choice. If you're gonna run AP calculus, you might only have 12 students in it. That seems like a small number, but if you don't offer AP calculus, then you're less attractive, as a high school. And the same with almost all of the departments when we differentiate college preparatory classes from honors classes or AP classes, right? Every teacher teaches 5 sections. So the matrix is governed by the number of staff at the high school and the diversity of your curriculum offerings, all right? So,
My guess was it would be a minimal of offerings. There'd
You
be the
would-
core requirements plus maybe a speckle of minimal offerings. Really, that's really the narrative. And the middle school would no longer be a team school. There'd be less. It would be more compartmentalized by subject. And so between those two, because I don't think you can take anything more out of the elementary schools. It would be the hit with the other 8 teachers or equivalents would be from the middle school and the high school.
Can you touch the permanent subs, or is that a requirement on state law?
well, when
Or-
teachers are out, we have coverage, and the permanent subs are very cost-effective to have them.
So it's more cost-effective to have them than to just bring in?
Calling daily,
Right.
day-to-day
We don't,
subs,
It is?
yeah.
Okay.
we don't have enough daily subs now,
Oh, okay.
all right?
And what that looks like at a high school, if you don't have enough subs, they're in the cafeteria, 1 or 2 subs has 4 or 5 classes. It's warehousing.
It's like a study hall for them.
Okay.
Yeah, the permanent subs are, I think that was on my list, it's like 13.5.
Yeah.
But at least they're there every day.
Right.
And the principals can count on them when teachers are out for illness or personal days or attending conferences. And the ability to spread a substitute, because at the middle and high school, they're not confined to teaching 5 classes, so you actually can take a substitute and assign them more than 5 classes. So they're actually covering closer to 6 or 7 classes for you that day.
But in reality, if we're making all these cuts, we're gonna have less classes to cover.
That's true.
So maybe looking at a few per
Two or-
building, maybe.
Yeah, I
It
don't.
won't be a lot, as much as a
But-
teacher, but it will
Yeah,
add up.
That's only nickels and dimes. That's not the
Right.
answer.
I would agree with you.
Oh.
If we cut out of the elementary school, a teacher at each grade level, you're right. Then we could cut back, because obviously, we have fewer teachers to cover for. But you go from At JFK FM from 4 to 3, and at the middle school maybe from 3 to 2, you're picking up 13.5. You're not picking up 50,000.
Right.
Picking up 13.5. It can be done, I certainly would account for that, but the 400,000 is too big of a number to get to by looking at smaller increments. Right?
So in terms of moving forward, what are suggestions from the committee in terms of getting the word out there? My only suggestion is that we have one consistent message, not 8 different messages. You know, I think we have a base right here. Okay, this is a given for a little under $1 million, and then the message beyond that is we have about 8 teachers or the equivalent would get us to the other 400,000, and those would be mixed between middle school and high school. And again, devastate, all those things we just said. So I think that has to be the consistent message. Are there things that the committee wants to do in terms of the next 2 nights in Millville? Do we want to have a printout made to have, and who would volunteer to be there to hand those out and to talk about it?
Just thinking in general, I think this is too easy of a target, but this is not the story. I think we need to tell the full story. I think we need to, like you said, look to the principals and say, okay, we need another 400,000. What is that going to look like? And then think we need to take that to the people and to the FinComs and the selectmen.
But we're not going to have that for tomorrow night.
No.
But for subsequent meetings, I mean, clearly we need to schedule a meeting for after vacation. But I'm hoping that citizenry is going to start reaching out to the FinCom and Board of Selectmen, and they can, those 2 groups work for those citizens, and at least consider that.
In terms of the next 2 nights, I mean, I'm doing the support staff tomorrow night, but I can be there Thursday night to hand out.
I will be
this
there
and
Thursday
take it from
night.
there.
I think there definitely needs to be a handout.
Who's drafting this?
I didn't have a problem drafting it. I actually sent him a message saying I don't mind drafting it, as long as the consistency on what's on it, and we're clear on what's
So that's
going to be
accurate.
on it, and
Yeah.
that
Well, I
it's
mean, I think
accurate.
this is-
So
this
if I'm
is
going to go
accurate.
on that,
This is accurate, and I think if we can make this into one sheet back and forth with a paragraph at the end, 400. I mean, for tomorrow and Thursday, the 400,000 could simply be additional teacher or equivalent cuts in the middle school and high school, and maybe bulleting no longer a team model at the middle school, and electives and various.
well, if you want to draft up that one bottom paragraph, I'll be more than willing to put this
Okay.
together.
Yep.
And have it ready, and I'll be more than willing to be there on Thursday night, because I know for the entire committee, we're all feeling the same thing. We all have kids in the community. We all have, these class sizes are affecting us too, and we appreciate all the emails, but we understand. And I think the important message is we understand, and we don't have the money. So I think that's the message we need to get out. And if we do get emails, we do have a consistent message. Thank you for sending me the emails, but we understand. And it's not, one teacher at the high school is worth more than one teacher at the middle school, or one, support staff. It's not like that. Everybody is equal, and the concern is throughout the entire district. So the concern is what's best for the children of the district with what we have. So I really think it's important to get the message out, and it needs to be out in Millville the next 2 nights, because that's where the most people are going to come from. And I'll be more than willing to put that together, and I'll pass it out on Thursday. Not tomorrow because I have football, but Thursday I will. Without a problem.
What I will suggest is that if we do get emails, okay, or if you get individual emails, and it's not to everybody, I think the response, should funnel through me. And if anyone has an objection about that, it's going to be similar to what I did today. Everyone saw what we did today. So we have a similar message, or do people have a problem with that?
Well,
It's fine.
I don't know,
if you get an email, I think the entire committee should get the email, number one.
Right, absolutely.
And number 2, if you respond, it should come from the chair, I understand that, but a thank you for sharing your concerns, I don't think that's a problem. I really, thank you for sharing your concerns, I don't think is a huge, we're not emailing anything, we're not saying anything. We can funnel it through the chair if you want to get the whole email, but I don't see a problem with saying, thank you for sharing your concerns. It's general. They know that we heard them, and we move on from there.
As long as it's consistent.
I understand that.
Okay.
But I think saying thank you for your sharing your concerns lets the community know that we heard them. And we can respond, through the chair. I don't mind doing that. I'm just saying, if somebody sends me an email, I share it with the committee and I say thank you for your concern. But I just wanted to say that we do understand.
Fine.
Please, the committee needs to understand, the only body that can act on this budget is the committee. It's your budget. It's not 8 people's budgets, it's one committee's budget. So I think it's very important when people are lobbying, for certain things not to be reduced, that's not an individual person's call.
That's right.
You can advocate, you can bring it to the table, but the reality is, this is a committee decision. It's not mine. It's not the 4 principals' decision. You tasked us with, take a look at, what would this look like?
Right.
This is ugly. This is not what any principal here wants to see happen. But the reality is, without the funds, to provide this, the difficulty is apparent in the depth of it. And again, it goes not to the budget, it really goes to that shortfall of over almost $1 million last year that was used to offset the assessment, utilizing your E&D account and the circuit breaker money. You don't have that for next year.
Right. And beyond that, we're going through this exercise right now, but we need to have a conversation for the next 12 to 24 months about how we're going to fund and invest in schools, because this is just kind of an exercise for this year. We will be in the same exact place next year. So we can't just say, we made it past this one if we get anything. We need to have a continued dialogue for the next 12 to 24 months to figure out how both towns are going to meet the needs of our school district. That's not going to change over the next 2 or 3 years. Okay. Anything else? Anything else people want to share?
Bill, I'm just saying, I know you're saying we speak as a committee, but right now I'm speaking for myself. There are a lot of towns in our area that are considering overrides. Just look around. There are a lot of towns that are looking for overrides. Grafton, Northbridge, just off the top of my head. It's not just us. And it's not, you can't point the finger at us and say, well, what are they doing right or wrong? Or a lot of towns are in the same situation. And I know what you're saying. We need to plan this because we can squeak by this year. But this would be like the equivalent of you paying your mortgage with your credit card. You can get by this year, but guess what? When that bill comes the following year, you have to pay the mortgage plus what you borrowed in your credit card. If you start doing that, you're digging a deeper and deeper and deeper hole. I really think the O word is the answer. But again, that's just me speaking individually. So,
a couple other things that we can go through. Everyone got this in their packet too.
It was in front of you places.
The scholarship awards that we do, that this committee puts forth. If you could just read through that and select how you would want to contribute to that. It's one of the things that everyone does. I don't think I've ever seen anything, no, I'm not contributing as an option.
I think we usually vote on it, on doing it.
We didn't vote last year.
what, do you want to take a vote?
I
don't.
I'm not calling for a vote. I believe we've always voted on contributing.
But just so people out there
In the
know what we're
record was
talking
simply
about.
this.
Right.
There are 2 $500 scholarships that we offer to graduating seniors from the school committee. So what we do is we contribute a portion of our stipend that we receive towards this scholarship. So we do that every year. So we basically, and I would suggest, not telling you what to do, but I would take it off of your stipend, that way you don't have to pay taxes on it. If you write out a check, you pay taxes on your stipend and then make a contribution from that. But decide what you want to do.
And then that just needs to get back to Dr. Davis. The other thing that I want to share, and now then I'll open it up for everybody, is I'm sorry, did you have?
No, nope, go ahead.
I'm going to be going to the State House on the 29th to lobby for some the education funding changes and so forth. And I went to a great training this past Saturday at out in Tantascwa High School, and that Mass Association of School Committees put on. And I got a lot of great information if people want to take. I got 2 extra copies here, and I'm sure we can get more. But I'll tell you, the best things that they gave out were these cards, and it gives a issue. Okay, this issue happens to be the foundation budget in Chapter 78 adequacy study, something that they're pushing for to change how the state distributes all the money. And then it gives you 4 or 5 talking points on the back of the card. So they're outstanding. So I'm sure we can get more, but I grabbed 2 copies here tonight if you want to look at that. And if anybody does want to go to that, you can still sign up on the website to go and advocate for some of these changes. The quick blurb that they told me, which I'll always remember now, is if you're ever with a legislator, and if you're not really sure what to kind of say in terms of education and policy and so forth, if you just always say fully fund the circuit breaker and fully fund regional transportation, those are things you can easily remember, and they'll remember it very quickly too. But there's about 20 or 30 cards here in terms of talking points on different issues that are happening. So those are here for everybody. Why don't we go around, if anyone, we can do good and welfare for the school committee, and then I can even open up to the public. I know you guys are here. If you want to, we can have a quick public forum. You can give us some feedback if you want. There's no pressure. So why don't we do us first, and then we'll do a quick public forum. So we usually just go around. You can say, you could pass. You can.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
And as will I.
Okay.
This past Saturday, I was up at the Boston Symphony Hall with the high school wind ensemble, and it was Buddy Bebo's final gold medal performance. And it was great to see Buddy up there with all the kids in Symphony Hall. And it was a whole day of gold medal performances from the various schools, and it was neat. There's one line at the end of the performance where they yelled out Slava, which is the name of the piece they're playing, and they yelled out Buddy instead.
That's
Really-
funny.
Really pretty neat. But it was great, and Buddy does a fabulous job. It was great to be there. Very
He'll still be around.
very kind of moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect Buddy to
He's not
fully
going anywhere.
disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was great to see.
Mhm.
So,
Wendy?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Pass. All right. I don't have anything more.
We need to schedule another meeting.
Yes, we
You're not scheduled to meeting till May 8th. I think
Mhm.
that's too late.
Yeah.
Next week is school vacation week.
Mhm.
My leadership team is scheduled to meet Tuesday, the 29th. I can email them tomorrow, about the request to think about, an additional $400,000 of reductions.
Mhm.
I think it would have the greatest impact on middle and high school at this point, but I can't give you a definitive list unless I have time with them, and I won't be seeing them until Tuesday, the 29th.
Okay.
So,
So are we looking to meet on the 1st?
May 1st,
Is that
Thursday.
good for people?
Where's that?
30th?
that's a Thursday, May 1st.
Thursday's a Wednesday.
The first is better.
29th, I'll be at the State House most of the day, but I can come back at evening, I'll be there. Unless I chain myself to a tree, to one of our legislators. And
But you're only
Get
meeting with them
arrested.
on the 29th, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
unlikely you're going to have a finished product by that day, right?
Not if I
time.
chain myself to the State House. You see me on Fox 25 News. So what day that week works for everybody? The 1st does not work for you. Erin?
I don't know my calendar, so I'll say anything works.
Yeah, anything.
Okay, so 30th, does that work for you?
Wednesday?
30th?
Wednesday?
Doesn't work for me.
Doesn't work for me.
Wednesday.
Wednesdays never work for me, but.
Oh,
I can do the 29th.
Tuesday?
I'm okay with the 29th if
Tuesday
people
work?
want to do that.
That's okay with me.
Okay.
29th?
Mhm.
It's fine. I just have my 5th grade party on
That's
Thursday.
that's right, that's why we didn't
I
schedule
dress
it.
It's the
6:30?
what?
That's the 29th?
Yeah.
6:30?
Yeah.
6:30?
And the focus of that meeting
Yeah.
will be on the budget?
Mm-hmm. And we'll probably do an executive session as well.
So do the executive session first, or do you want to do the
I
meeting
think the
first?
same model we had tonight, 6 to 6:30, quickly talk about that issue,
Oh.
and then,
So 6 or 6:30?
well, 6 would be the executive session, to continue the talk about the additional topic that we talked about in there.
Mhm.
And then 6:30 would be the public meeting.
Okay.
Anyone from the public want to come up and say anything? Okay, all right, that's fine.
Sure.
Anything else? So just to clarify, I'm going to do a little blurb. You're going to add it to our existing pages here. Do you have a clean copy of this?
I'm gonna do a whole different, I'm
Okay.
not gonna do it in that format. I'm just gonna share it with you.
I have
And
plenty
then I'll
of,
send it to you for approval.
Okay,
plenty of extra copies, whatever
Okay.
you want. Or you can,
all right.
And then what, we'll basically man a booth outside the variety show, like in the foyer or whatever there.
Copy this.
Thursday?
Okay.
email it
Email it
to
to- okay.
Bridget, and she'll copy it, and we'll get it over to MES.
Do you think we can do it by Wednesday night?
Which is
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow?
I
Yes.
will
Can
go
anybody
home
be
and do
there?
it right
Well,
now.
who's gonna be there
And then the
tomorrow
second
night?
question is, can anyone be there Wednesday
Yeah,
night?
I can only be there Thursday.
Thursday's the only night I can be there as well. Well, better than nothing, right?
Right. What about,
If we're disseminating this in Millville as best we can, do we have a responsibility to disseminate it in Blackstone as best we can? I don't know what events might be coming up, but, you know, do we put them at the town hall? Do we do
I
anything?
do think, I mean, because it impacts the complex immensely,
Yeah.
and
I have the
whatever we
ability,
do-
I have the ability to email all the parents who gave us email addresses, which is a substantial number. It's not 100%, but I can do
Yeah,
that.
that will work.
That
So
would
if
work.
you-
Be good.
If you draw that up,
I look
Yep.
at mine all the
That'd
time.
be
we can send out an email blast
Great, though.
with that information. But I would encourage you to hand out, because I think when people get this in their hands,
Yeah.
they start seeing it. I have been going to every school, my last school on Thursday at JFK-FM, to have an optional meeting. I can't require teachers to come, so I have an optional meeting before school or after school to share this information. And it's been devastating for teachers to think about, you know, the magnitude of some of these reductions, right? So I am sharing it, you know, with the faculty and staff, and I will complete that before noon on Thursday. But
so could we send out if once we have it completed, could we do an email blast out to, before
Everybody.
vacation?
Yeah,
And just
absolutely.
kind of send it out
You get it?
to everybody? And then,
Well, as soon as you get the final copy, you can just send it out,
You
and
s-
we'll send it to Millville at the same time.
Right. But I do think when
Yep.
you get a gathering, it
Yep.
would be very helpful
Right, yeah.
to have people standing in the lobby,
Yeah.
passing that out with a cover, with a, you know,
Yeah,
do
and
you
and
know?
that's why I'm
Do
wondering
you
if
know
Right.
if we are
anything
not able
coming in
to
Blackstone.
get additional funds?
Yeah.
And I think it's important in the message, if I can just give you some sense. It's not that Millville or even Blackstone is sitting on this money and they don't want to give it to you.
No.
They don't have it.
Right.
And as we learned last night, even in Blackstone, yes, they have money in stabilization, but they will run the same problem that the region. If you keep pulling money out of your savings account, you're only kicking the can down the road with operational expenses. You know, this is the danger, you know, for Blackstone and Millville, the same danger that this school committee faced when it chose to fund things, you know, with that one-time infusion of money out of E&D. So I think it's important that message reflect, you know, that it's not that people don't have it. They don't have it, and they, you know, the mechanism to get it, you know, as Mr. Chaplin has said, it would be an override to increase the tax base so the communities would have the funds. All right? Just remember that under the rules, once a Board of Selectmen votes to put an override question on, it precludes anybody that works for the district, in our case, a regional district, from advocating on their time or using any school paper, Connect One phone call, or email. We are precluded from doing that. Cannot do it. Once the override
once
question.
it's on, once they
it's
Once
bring
they
the
vote.
question, they put it on there.
If they put it on-
We can't then go.
Us as a committee.
No, just me.
Employees. of the-
Employees.
So committee, yes. What we're doing at Variety Show,
But it's not on there
It's
yet.
not a warrant, it's not.
not on there.
Once it's
No.
on there, you can't be on
Yeah.
school property.
Well, you
Because
can't
there
use
was,
school resources or
Right.
school staff time, okay? So, committee members, it's on your time and your resources, but my office, my staff, any staff member working for the district
Right.
on school time, you can do things on your own time, but when you're employed by the district, and there's an override question, you're precluded from taking an active advocacy role. As superintendent, I can be invited to a meeting to explain reductions, but I can't advocate for passage of an override. Much the same way when we did the Millville Elementary roof. Once that vote was taken, technically I couldn't send out any kind of an email blast reminding people to go vote. Can't do that.
I just want to mention one thing. You just mentioned the roof. I was watching the joint FinCom and Selectmen meeting last night from last Wednesday for Millville, and they were talking about our budget, and someone said, well, they're asking us for a roof, they're asking us for additional contribution, and I just want to point out that Millville came to us for the roof. We are going through MSBA because it is a school building and there is the option for the savings, but we did not really go to them and say, you need to put a roof on this building. It's time, I just,
What's 40 cents in the
It's-
dollar? Those are important
right,
things.
the
yeah.
savings is coming
Yeah.
because it's a school building. I think if it came down to it this year and we said, are we going to do a roof or do we need the money for our budget? But that's not even an option. So I just want to make sure that people understand that we're not expecting to do a roof, we're not and an override for our budget, and
Good point.
it's the maintenance of the building
Yeah.
at this time of its tenure.
Right.
So.
It's the maintenance of the town's building.
Correct.
It's
It
not
is
of
the
the
town of Millville
It's
building.
the town's
And
building.
they had a study done on what should be done as an upkeep and what time frame, and that was one of the items that was recommended to them from an outside company. So,
And a similar thing at the complex. It's the town's building.
complex was having major
Yeah.
issues, but you're right, it is the
It's
town's
the
building. It
town's
is
building.
the town of Blackstone's property.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, any other? Okay, hearing none, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion made by Ms. Greenstein, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Tringali. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned.
Thank you very much.